In today's session of Divorce Court, Alyssa Smith says her husband Terry wouldn't know the truth if it was staring him in the face.
This whole marriage from day one has been nothing but a lie, and I refuse to live a lie anymore. He only married me for a status symbol because it would impress his friends.
But he says she's lying.
You think she was having an affair with the pastor?
I wouldn't doubt it.
And you're the pastor's wife
I am
that
the
they're talking
pastor's
about?
wife, and I dare him to say that. Look in my face.
Now they each have a witness in court.
She was with that white woman right there, if you can call her a woman.
When she found out, oh, he's with the white woman, I need to have him back. What? She's been a raging idiot ever since.
Today, Alyssa Smith and the pastor's wife face off with Terry Smith and his new girlfriend in this session of Divorce Court.
All rise. Court is now in session. Maybelline Ephraim presiding. You may be seated.
Good day, ladies and gentlemen. This is the matter of Alyssa Smith versus Terry Smith. I'm advised that you've been married for 7 years and you're ready to end it. Mrs. Smith, why?
Because this whole marriage from day one has been a lie. Nothing but a lie, and I refuse to live a lie anymore. Right before my husband left...
You lived a lie for 7 years and not anymore? What was the lie?
Just the fact that he believed in marriage was a lie.
No, that's a lie.
You really
too,
don't
Your
believe
Honor.
it?
That's
No,
a lie,
he didn't
Your Honor.
believe it. He
That's a
didn't
lie,
believe
Your
in the
Honor.
infidelity. He
Your
didn't
Honor,
believe
Your Honor,
in the
that's a lie
fidelity
because
or
she-
sanctification of marriage. He did
Why
not
do you say
believe
he didn't
in it.
believe in it? What did he do?
Okay, right before he left, he stopped coming home at night. The first
Your
week
Honor,
he
that's
didn't
a
come
lie
home for
too,
4
Your Honor.
nights.
No, Your Honor,
the
that's a lie.
second week
You
he did not
stayed-
come home
you
for
stayed-
5 nights.
Yeah, that's a lie,
Stop
Your
it
Honor.
now. What do you guys think this is, a free-for-all?
No.
Now let me hear it, Miss Smith.
As I was saying, right before he left, he stopped coming home. I didn't know where he was. He told me he was with friends. He had all these different stories about why he wasn't coming home with friends. And then I found out that instead of being with friends, he was with that white woman right there, if you can call her a woman.
Your Honor, that's a lie, Your Honor.
Now
That's a lie,
wait a
Your
minute.
Honor.
You made a point there that he's with that white woman, if you can call her a woman.
Yes.
What's the problem with him being with her? Because she's white?
No,
Or
I
because
have
she's
no
a
problem
woman?
with her being white. I have no problem. I hope he'd be with a woman and not a man. But he's only with her for a status symbol. He only married me for a status symbol because it would impress his friends because they wanted me.
What was
Once
your
he
status?
got me. What was my
What was
What was
status?
your
Yeah.
status that would
Oh,
impress
just
his
because
friends?
they just, I don't know now. I couldn't tell you what it was about me that
But
his
you said
friends
he only
liked.
married you for status symbol.
Yes, because his friends liked me and they were talking about how they wanted to be with me. So he put upon himself, he figured if he could get me, then he could impress them.
Mr. Smith, what's this about you only married your wife to impress your friends?
Your Honor, that's a lie. Alyssa, she stayed out all night, all day, all
did
night,
not
all
stay
night,
out. How
all
could I
weekend,
stay out
every
all
weekend,
night? If I
every
stayed
weekend,
out all night, I'm
every
sorry.
weekend, she was out all weekend. I worked 5 to 1, 5 p.m. to 1 in the morning. She was out all night with my kids, never at home, Your Honor. And she,
Where was she with the kids?
the kids was with babysitters.
How many children?
I have 2 boys.
And they were
So
with
since the
babysitters.
beginning of the marriage?
first beginning of the marriage, she
no.
married me, Your Honor, because the church told her she would be getting married in 7 to 8 months. And she rushed into the marriage.
What? The church told her
So
what?
yeah, she would be married in 7 to 8 months, and that's why she rushed into this marriage.
What are you talking about? Somebody prophesied
Yeah,
to her?
right. Her pastor did.
If I
That she
rushed
would be
into
married
the
in
marriage,
7 to 8 months,
so
right.
she-
We weren't dating but 4 months when we got married, Your Honor. She wanted to get married to prove to the church that she can have kids and a husband. She didn't get married for the right reasons.
if I
So
rushed to get
hold on a
married,
second. It sounds like to me that you're saying that she married you for one reason because the church said you should get married or we believe you'll be married in
Right.
7 to 8 months.
Right, Your Honor.
And that was the wrong reason.
Right.
She's saying, well, you married her only to impress your friends.
No, Your Honor. Yeah, I married her because I loved her.
What changed when you got married?
She started staying out, wanted to spend time with her family. Every time I want to take her out, she had to invite the pastor and his wife with us and all that. Never spent time with
So
me.
it seemed like you were marrying the church and everybody
Right.
else.
Yes, there you go, Your Honor.
So what's this about? Every time you went out, every time you went somewhere, you had to bring your family, you had to bring the pastor, you had to bring the pastor's wife?
That's
They
not
didn't
true.
have
That's the
anything to
figment
do?
of
Yes,
his
it is, Your Honor.
imagination.
That's the truth. She knows it's the truth.
Basically,
That's
that
the
is not
truth.
true.
That is the truth.
We went out a lot of times together. We hardly ever went out with them because he didn't like them.
That's right.
You the pastor's wife they talking about?
Yes, I heard.
This is what I'm about to do. I'm going to let these 2 witnesses, I'm going to let you have your say now. Come on up. You're pregnant
I'm pregnant, yes.
by Mr. Smith.
Yes, Your Honor.
You got a baby coming and you're not divorced yet. You're unhappy in one relationship, running into another one. Before you can finish one, you're in another one?
No, it's been 2.5 years, Your Honor. I've been trying to get my
3.
divorce from her.
So what do you have to say? Tell me your name again.
My name is Stacy Smith.
Oh, another Smith.
Yeah.
Unrelated.
Right.
What a coincidence. What do you have to offer in this situation, Mrs. Smith? Ms.
Well,
Smith.
Your Honor, I knew them before him and I got together. We were all friends.
I was never your friend. I was never your friend.
Anyway, I think it's my turn.
Well, she
and not
thought
hers.
that she was your friend.
Okay.
But
I'm
again,
white,
Ms. Smith.
so I'm white. I can't be her friend, and she calls herself a Christian. Figure that one out.
How did you end up with Mr. Smith if you were in a relationship where you were friends? Just let me finish my question. You and Mr. Smith and your other man that you had were all friends. Now, you and Mr. Smith are friends, and you're carrying his baby.
Right.
How did that happen?
We just started talking after she kicked him out.
Oh, no, you had been talking, remember? You were friends.
Right, but we were friends. We were not sleeping together. We were not living together.
So what do you mean you just started talking after she kicked him out?
Because I had ran into him at a restaurant.
So you were just lying in wait for her to get rid of him when he's coming over to your house complaining all the time?
That's
what it sounds like.
That's not it.
That's interesting.
That's why they have
a real interesting relationship.
Anyway,
so
it's
what do you
my
want to tell
turn.
me?
My turn.
Hold on a second. So what do you want to tell me about Miss Smith?
Well, what I was saying is she changed the locks on the door, took part of his clothes over to his sister's house, changed the alarm on the house, filed a protective order to keep him away. You know, and then during this 3 years, all of a sudden when she found out, oh, he's with the white woman, I need to have him back.
And that's when she came out?
Yeah, she's been a raging idiot ever since.
What do you mean by that?
Oh, I have.
Calling us on the phone, won't let him see his boys. He pays child support every month, won't let him see his boys because of me. Every time he calls, can I come over to the house and spend time with him? No, we're going out of town. They've got company. We're fixing to walk out the door.
Can I help it if we have a life?
So now you're saying...
Excuse me.
Can I help it if we have a life?
Excuse me.
Mrs. Smith, now you're saying that Miss Smith is all upset and she realizes that she had a good man now that he's with you.
When he took the presents over there at Christmas time, she told him, I really wish you'd come back home. The door is always open.
What? You know, Miss...
Is that what you told her?
Anything else?
You did tell me that.
Terry.
Yes,
Anything
you did.
else, Mrs.?
You done told me.
Hold on. Let Miss Smith have her seat. Anything else?
You done told me that 3 or 4 times.
No, I have not.
Yes, you have.
No,
Miss
I
Smith,
have
now
not.
it's your turn.
And you know I have never
So you're
said
saying
I
that
wish
they've
you
been
were back
together.
because I could have just got you back.
Oh, Lord.
How could you do that?
Yeah, really.
Because
Okay,
he
Miss
really don't want to be
Smith,
with
Joe,
her.
she can leave. Thank you. Goodbye.
Also, while she's saying they have a loving relationship, they right now have a case where he beat her one time too many and she passed out, got scared, and called the cops. Okay? But my kids went over there the very first time. He beat that woman in front of my kids. They had nightmares for 2 weeks.
What do you have to say about that?
That's not true, Your Honor. That case was...
Did you beat this Miss Smith you're with now?
No, Your Honor. That case was dismissed. That case was dismissed.
but
Why? Because she didn't press charges?
No, they weren't pressing charges.
She
The
changed
DA
her
picked it
mind.
up after that, and this was dismissed because what it was saying was not true.
When divorce court returns, Terry makes a serious allegation as Alyssa's witness takes the stand.
You think she was having an affair with the pastor?
I wouldn't doubt it.
And you're the pastor's wife
I am
that
the
they're talking
pastor's
about?
wife, and I dare him to say that. Look in my face.
If you would like to have the judge hear your case in divorce court, call us toll-free at 1-877-311-2222 or email us at www.divorcecourttv.com. Divorce court is back in the case of Alyssa Smith, who says she's divorcing her husband Terry because he simply cannot tell the truth.
You're saying that you're leaving because she was never at home? Are you accusing her of having an affair too?
Yes, I don't know what she was doing, Your Honor. She was going out of town with the pastor, by her and hers, and I tell her I don't disagree with that.
You think she was having an affair with the pastor?
I wouldn't doubt it.
Anyway,
Why not? Why would you think that?
Because she go out of town and I tell her I disagree with that. Her and him just go by themselves out of town. I don't know what's going on, Your Honor.
Well, let's ask the pastor's wife. Come on up here.
Thank you.
What's your name?
Naomi Weston.
And you're the pastor's wife
I
that
am the
they're talking
pastor's
about?
wife, and I dare him to say that. Look in my face when he knows Alyssa never went out of town with him alone.
Oh,
We would go and pick up Alyssa from their house. Some of the times one time he locked her
they never
in
went out
the
of town
house.
about...
Your Honor.
Hold on, Mr. Smith. I'm going to let you have your say.
She never went out of town with the pastor alone. We went many times together places.
Is it possible she went out of town with the pastor alone and you don't know it?
No. How is that possible, Pastor?
How is it possible?
No, it's not possible.
Did she ask me how is it possible?
That was the question.
So you're certain that your husband didn't go out of town with her and didn't have an affair with her?
I'm certain.
Do you think this is brought about because of the problem in their marriage? He wants to accuse the preacher
I believe that
now.
whenever he is in the heat, he tries to direct attention from himself onto someone else. She took care of those kids. There were many times they had to be fed because he did not give child support for over a year and a half.
And you and the church
yes, the church,
fed the
she
children?
didn't give us money. The church gave her money because he was not doing his part, Your Honor.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
What about that? What
Yeah,
about
Your
this
Honor,
child support?
The
You taking
child
care of the
support
children?
thing, Your Honor, we went to court on that. They got $3,500 back child support on me. Now I'm paying it out my check. So I don't know what she's talking about right
Well,
there.
you know what she's talking about? $3,500 back means that you weren't paying it when you were
Right,
supposed
right.
to.
I
So
agree
she
with
told
that.
the truth on that
Yeah,
part.
she told the truth on
Yes,
that part.
she did.
Yeah, and the judge made me pay it back.
So during the time that he was not paying support, $3,500 accumulated, you had to get money from somewhere. Where'd you get it from?
From my grandfather.
How much did you get from your grandfather?
Altogether, quite a bit, but at the time he left, there was a lot of bills he hadn't paid. He hadn't paid the house note. We were about to get kicked out on the street. We had 2 days to pay to get kicked out on the street.
Well, I'm going to pay rent for you to kick me out for. Well, I'm going to pay rent.
But he didn't care about me.
Well, I'm going to pay rent.
You got to pay rent because you had children.
Right.
there.
No, this is when he was still there, Your Honor. This is before he left. Before he left, he had not paid bills since December. No, I was not working. I have a letter here stating that I had to quit my job in order for him to keep his because they changed my hours.
No, she could have rode the bus, Your Honor, to work. That's bull crap what she's saying.
Would you ride the bus to work?
She did everything she wanted when she
What are you
wanted to do
people
it.
trying to tell me? What is this all about? You just feel like yelling?
No.
That's all she do, Your Honor.
So I thought we were talking about
I'm
the
trying
fact
to
that
tell
he
you
didn't
about
give
the bills. He hadn't paid any of the bills. He hadn't paid the house note for 4 months. He hadn't paid the gas bill, phone bill, any of that for the last some of them 2 months, some of them 3 months.
How she was living
I have a
in that 4
list
months.
right here of exactly how much money I had to borrow from my grandfather.
right. How I
It
know that
totaled
what you-
$7,086.39. I also have some copies of credit card bills and checks. I don't have them all because he's 81 and he couldn't find them all. He don't remember where he put them. I've been having to pay him that back. So far, I paid him back about $2,000 because he is my grandfather. He allows me to pay him when I can. But I really would like him to give me that money back because those were bills he left when he was there. I'm not talking about what I put out.
Hold on a second. What you have here, Miss Smith, is a list of bills that were behind.
Yes.
So where are the bills?
She don't have
copy
because
of the
they
bills?
went behind, Your Honor.
That was it. That's my question. Where are the bills?
Oh, I didn't keep the copy
They
of the
went
bills.
behind.
So if you didn't keep a copy of the bills, when did you comprise this list?
Something that she throwed up.
Let me ask the questions.
No, at the time.
When did you compile this list?
At the time, my grandfather.
When did you compile this list?
I'm finna tell you. At the time my grandfather gave me all that money, we made a list then of everything.
So then how does the court know that these were in fact the balances due on the bills when you separated?
Well, I gave you the only one he could find, and I was hoping that my husband would have revealed enough lies so you would figure out who was telling the truth.
Well, unfortunately, both of you have said he's lying, she's lying. Neither one of you said the same thing. If you could compile a list of the bills that were behind from memory, is that what you compiled it from?
We made the list. No, I have a handwritten copy. We made the list way back in '97.
So where's
after we
that
got
copy?
everything paid. The handwritten copy?
Yes.
Oh, I left it. But I do have a notarized letter from him stating that he did that.
So what do you say? Everything was paid?
Yeah, everything was paid when I left,
right.
Your Honor.
Were you
When the
working?
bills got behind, that's when she put me out. She put me out.
Well,
when
wait
I
a
started-
minute. Wait a minute.
out.
You just said it. You just put your foot in your mouth. Everything was paid when I left, but after the bills got behind, that's when she put me out. Inconsistent statement.
No, I didn't say that, Your Honor.
Oh,
no,
that's
I didn't.
exactly
No, I
what you
didn't.
said.
No, I said when she put me out, the bills got behind.
No.
Yes, I did, Your Honor.
One good thing about wearing this robe and using this gavel is that I do have the last say. And that is what you said, Mr. Smith.
When divorce court returns, the judge renders her verdict.
This is the funniest notary statement that I've ever seen because you never get this into anybody's courts. Get your money back.
And an update on the case of Davita Young versus Nathaniel Young.
He controlled me on exercise, cooking, cleaning. I had to go up in the morning, 6 o'clock. Get up, get up, get up. It's time for you to run around.
Divorce court will be back in session in a moment. Divorce court is back in the case of Terry Smith, who says he believes his wife Alyssa had an affair with a member of their church.
Where's the notarized letter from your grandfather?
I have, right here.
This is the funniest notary statement that I've ever seen. Because all it has is a notary stamp and somebody's name signed. It doesn't have the notary seal that says, Mr. Your grandfather appeared before me on this date, and I observed him sign this document, and I know that he was the person who appeared before me, and I can attest to his truth and veracity. She needs to go read her notary license that tells her how to notarize documents again, because you never get this into anybody's court. So you paid her, you said? Get your money back.
Okay.
Not worth the money you paid. Mr. Smith, I don't think you can deny, and your slip of the tongue is what I'm going on, when you were in the heat of your little statement. So I believe that there was some debts owing. How many months was the note behind?
4. He hadn't paid for the whole year.
And that's $2,143 a month?
With late fees. No, it's $525 a month and a 15% late
So
fee.
this $2,143 is the total? All right. I'm going to order you to pay half of that, Mr. Smith. If you borrowed money from your grandfather, you paid other obligations, you still have an opportunity to go to small claims court. Your grandfather does, or you can go on his behalf if he signs over a power of attorney for you to negotiate it. But since he's not here to tell us what bills he paid precisely, and you can't tell me all the bills that were paid, and the checks that he wrote to you, I don't know for what obligations they were incurred. I really don't have sufficient proof to order him to pay that. So therefore, I'm going to deny your request for full reimbursement of the $7,000. I do grant the request that he pay you back 1/2 of the mortgages for that period, 1/2 of the $2,143. Can you pay it all at once, or you need some time?
Need some time.
All right. Give you 6 months. That enough time? That's all you get. That's the court's order. Court's adjourned.
All rise.
When divorce court returns, an update on the case of Davita Young versus Nathaniel Young.
You keep thinking I. You're in control of everything.
Everybody got to have a boss.
I got a big old man standing over there with a gun and a baton, and you're still being disrespectful.
Closed captioning for divorce court provided by. If you would like to have the judge hear your case in divorce court, call us toll-free at 1-877-311-2222 or email us at www.divorcecourttv.com. And now for an update on a previous case in divorce court. Davita Young said her marriage to her husband Nathaniel went downhill when he enlisted in the Marines.
He controlled me on exercise, cooking, cleaning. I had to go up in the morning, 6 o'clock. Get up, get up, get up. It's time for you to run around.
So you're used to people jumping whenever you say so, right?
That's right.
That's your problem in this marriage. You keep thinking I. You're in control of everything.
Everybody got to have a boss.
I got a big old man standing over there with a gun and a baton, and you're still being disrespectful.
Davita said her car was repossessed because Nathaniel stopped making the payments, and she wanted him to give her a year's worth of car payments. Davita also wanted to turn the tables on Nathaniel and asked the judge to order him to do 10 push-ups for her.
I'm in control now. Drop it, give me 10.
Hold on.
But the judge refused. After hearing the evidence, the judge ordered Nathaniel to pay $267 a month on Davita's car note for the next 2 years. Nathaniel says he is working hard to better himself and refuses to date anyone because a woman would only slow him down. Davita is now enjoying eating what she wants, exercising when she wants, and wearing what she wants.
I think that was a lot of bullcrap, what she was saying.
I felt the decision was fair. I knew when I couldn't find the rest of the receipts that it would be a problem. So I feel it was fair.
I think it was a good ruling. She made a good decision. I got to live with it.
He didn't live up to everything he told me he was going to do. He was out all the time. He wasn't around helping me with the children even when he was there. And then to just abandon us, me and his children, for someone else, that was just bad.
I don't owe her $7,000. She kicked me out the house. Why should I pay her $7,000? But the other decision she made, saying that I owe her to pay half of the rent, I think that was
If that was
not
really
fair.
true, she would have really brought the
Yeah,
proof.
pay
She didn't
proof,
bring the
yeah.
proof. She couldn't even get a correct notary, so that ought to tell you something.
If the right person comes along and I'm positive it's the right person. Yes, I will get married again.
As soon as I get my divorce from her, I'm going to get married to her, my fiancée, Stacy.
Terry, you really should be ashamed of yourself. Your daddy would not be proud.